In our journey toward understanding and dismantling racism, it's essential to explore and embrace the theory of racelessness. Unlike the notion of colorblindness, which seeks to ignore so-called racial differences, thereby ignoring the roots of racism, and unlike other traditional methods of antiracism, which also seek to uphold so-called racial differences, thereby maintaining the root of racism, racelessness involves a profound reframing and understanding of racism itself. It recognizes racism as a socially constructed system of economic and social oppression that necessitates the belief in race and the practice of racialization to reinforce various power imbalances. The distinctions between racelessness, colorblindness, and other forms of anti-racism are crucial. The Raceless Anti-Racist, Why Ending Race is the Future of Anti-Racism, delves deeply into these distinctions. Colorblindness, while sometimes well-intentioned, falls short because it operates within the very framework it attempts to negate. It acknowledges race as a real, albeit overlooked, entity, thus sustaining the machinery of racism. Other traditionally accepted form of anti-racism also acknowledges race as a real, albeit often overlooked entity, thus sustaining the machinery of racism. Conversely, racelessness directly confronts and seeks to dismantle the ideological foundations of racism by rejecting the concept of race and practice of racialization as part of racism itself. Moreover, racelessness does not imply a denial of human diversity or the unique experiences of individuals and communities affected by racism. Instead, it offers a more accurate and empowering framework for understanding human differences and similarities. It shifts the focus from biological or phenotypical markers to the shared human conditions and cultural, social, and economic factors that truly define our experiences. The theory of racelessness also challenges the effectiveness of humanism in addressing racism. While humanism ostensibly promotes the dignity and worth of all individuals, it can overlook the systemic nature of racism and the collective experiences of those marginalized by so-called racial ideologies. Racelessness, by incorporating a critical analysis of racialization and race, provides a more comprehensive strategy for achieving equality and justice. Implementing the theory of racelessness requires a collective effort to redefine how we talk, think, and teach about race and racism. It involves using tools like the Racelessness Translator to reframe discussions about race in the more apt terms of culture, ethnicity, social and economic class, the mechanisms of racism itself, or some combination thereof. This approach empowers us to challenge and change the narratives that have historically been used to divide and keep us conquered. By embracing the theory of racelessness, we can move beyond the limitations of colorblindness, traditional modes of anti-racism, and humanism to create a more inclusive, equal, and compassionate world. It encourages us to see each other as individuals and communities with shared aspirations and challenges. Through the theory of racelessness, we can forge a future where our collective humanity is the foundation of our identity and society. And that will actually mean something and have material impacts that undo the harms done by the current and continued dehumanization of any of us.